This is one of the most powerful, smallest, and affordable Bitcoin miners in the world. This is a BitAxe, which is powered by open source software and design. This is the BitAxe Gamma with the upgraded IceTower heatsink and the upgraded Noctua silent fan. Powered by a 6 amp 5 volt power supply included with these. All of this combines to allow for a up to 25% overclock over another BitAxe that doesn't have these capabilities. Hey, I'm Vosk, you're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. I've been working hard building my own mining farm. We try to make the best content we can all the time, including our other video you may have seen if you're super cool, also known as a subscriber, where we reviewed a blue Gamma BitAxe. It was the standard version, the non-upgraded version. Oh, am I excited to check this out today. These things mine over Wi-Fi. They're basically plug and play. And can I just say that this heatsink is looking pretty epic? Also, I'm a Noctua fanboy. Proudly have the Linus Tech Tips Noctua edition screwdriver. These are 3D printed cases by Altair, which is where I sourced this. We're proudly an affiliate. Altair is a BitAxe seller based out of the US of A. He sells these only when he has stock of them. Yeah, forget about any sort of pre-order bullshit. These are the Gecko Science Edition. Noctua fan, 4-pin typical connector there. This thing is so beefy, you gotta take the fan off to change the case. I like that these 3D printed cases are just snapping. Reset button, boot button, that's it. Holes on the side and the back for airflow. Area to get a screwdriver in here if you're struggling, stuck. USB-C connection, more airflow on this side. The barrel connector here is basically exposed. Included power supply, 100 to 240 voltage. This is a solution that will work anywhere around the world. Plug that in. Remember, as always, these BitAxes never have fan shrouds, so don't nick your finger. It's not fun. Oh, fuck! Setting these up is so easy. You just grab your phone or your laptop and you connect to the Wi-Fi signal that it starts generating. And then from there, you're taken to the dashboard. We're gonna go to network, and from there, we're going to punch in the Wi-Fi. So right now, my network is the Planetary Fortress. It's my Wi-Fi name. And then I'll punch in my password. And then I'll click over to settings, and I'll put my Bitcoin address in the user box, .worker name, whatever you want to call it, right? So this is the BitAxe IceTower. CK pool is my main pool, so I'll replace that as that primary pool, which is the one up there at the top, and then I will paste over Gecko Science's default user here, and then I'll click save, and then I'll click restart. You saw it restart, and you see it's already showing a hash rate. That's what we want. If it shows that, it's gonna start mining. It's also showing the primary pool, which is the pool it shows you there, a CK pool. So at a glance, you can see that this is successful. We're mining on the pool as expected, and it also is giving me an IP address. Mining Disrupt is having their 7th Bitcoin Mining Expo in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, March 25th, and it goes through March 27th. Link in the video description below. Don't forget the coupon code VoskCoin to save some coin. Moving forward, whenever I want to utilize this BitAxe, I'm just going to punch that IP address into my browser and I'll gain access to it. That's how quick and easy it is to set this thing up. We have more elaborate videos, but again, it's really just that easy. Moving forward, I won't connect to it by using its local Wi-Fi. And this is where we get to start having some fun. Look at the power usage, look at the heat, look at the data, look at the performance, monitor how it's doing within the dashboard as well as poolside. That just means you go to your mining pool, you put your Bitcoin address in, and you can see that exact worker and how it's doing. Look, here's mine. The default on this is 525. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to settings and we're gonna scroll down to the bottom and let's bump up the frequency to 550. Make sure you update your BitAxe. There was a critical release version 2.5. You have to update the firmware and the website. The website's basically like the web GUI. The firmware is the actual miner software. And as it reminded us, we also have to restart the device every time we make changes here. It's going to take some time to gather some data with this. This is supposed to be one of the best heat sinks you can possibly use for this. So I'm going to gather that data and put it here on screen. Some of the different voltages as well as frequencies used and how that impacted the miner's performance.
So hi guys, Editor Vincent here. So I tried overclocking the BitAxe. You can overclock it quite easily. You can adjust the frequency and the power usage. Only thing I ran into fairly quickly was overheating. So maybe even because it has quite a beefy cooler, so maybe it would even overheat even sooner if it didn't have that. But I found a kind of a stable setting. It really reminded me, because the firmware is really easy to use, change the frequency and the CPU voltage. Of course, if you bring it up, it goes faster, but then also the heat rises. So I could get it at a frequency of 575 on the default core voltage. Now, when out of the box, I noticed that my BitAxe Ice was on 1100. So I don't know if they, at the place where they sell them, they test them, that was a better setting, because it's a little hot when I left it running overnight. It was kind of hot. Remember, because it's a chip, so every chip is a little bit different. So every chip has like a different sweet spot that you can find. So it's not that difficult. And there's also a safety, because I put it up way too high at first just to see what happens, and it overheated. It shut off quite fast, so I don't think you can really mess it up. Also, one thing, it's on automatic fan speed, and I think if you want to overclock it, just put it on 100%, because I mean, you want to get it as cool as possible. That means also that it makes a little bit more noise, because it's really quiet when it's on automatic and standard settings. But if you like up the frequency or the voltage and there's more heat, and then of course the fan has to spin higher, but if you get it right, it does up your hash rate. And it's a lottery miner, so it does up your chance of winning a block. If you get it right, I think it's worth it, but not if you want to have it absolutely quiet, then maybe you don't want to do it. Because it reminded me a bit, if you ever did GPU mining, you had Afterburner, and then you were messing around also with the core frequency or the core or the memory timings and all those fun things, just to get lowest possible power usage and the highest hash rate possible. Here it's not even that, you just want to squeeze more out of it, just you give it more power, and you just try to get it to a stable higher frequency, because it's using 20 watts or 22 watts now. So it's more the temperature is more, I think, the limiting factor, and of course the capability of the chip. So I would say it's definitely worth at least trying it and seeing what your chip is capable of, or what your BitAxe is capable of, what your cooler is capable of. And well, if you have more chance to hit a block, yeah, why not, right? And it's also fun to do because, yeah, it's just fun to mess around, and the interface is really quite user-friendly. So hope this helps. See you next time.
I'm really impressed with this device. I don't think that some things can be appreciated, right, when you're not here in person, but it's so small yet so powerful, and using latest generation chips. Like, do you understand that the chip inside of this, the ASIC chip, the BM1370, this is the same ASIC Bitcoin mining chip, right, that is used in the S21 Pro by Bitmain with their Antminer full-size industrial grade Bitcoin miner series. That's the craziness about this. They rip out the chips from latest generation hardware and then give you a bite-sized version of it. This is also the same chip that's used in the S21 XP. If you went and bought the biggest and best Bitcoin miner from the most popular and used company, Bitmain, you're getting the same technology that you're getting in this BitAxe Gamma, and you're even getting silent operation with overclocking capabilities. That's incredible. So the Altair Axe Sheath IceTower edition is always blue. I mean, it comes in blue. I don't know if he's ever going to offer other colors or whatever, but I already recorded the whole original Gamma video and it had the blue case. And I actually shot this video while the new IceTower was in the blue case because that's what it comes in. But I decided to throw it into this sweet red case that he sent me so that they all look different on my shelf. But don't think that because it's red, it's either not this. We're really looking for this heat sink on here and the very cool Noctua fan. That's the IceTower giveaway. Just spicing up the BitAxe collection, I guess. So we're solo mining with the BitAxe. Are we gonna hit a block? Right? Are we gonna make $300,000 or better yet, earn over 3 Bitcoin? Well, check this out. Me and the rest of the VoskCoin team whipped up sololuck.com. Oh yeah, and it's badass. So your chance per day to hit a block with this is 1 in 4.6 million, or over the next year, you have the chance of about 1 in 12,500. If you hit that block, you would earn right now, at the time of recording this, $332,000 or 3.156 Bitcoin, which is the base Bitcoin block plus the baked in transaction fees. We're very proud of SoloLuck. It's a Bitcoin solo mining calculator. I've got a link down in the video description below. And with that tool, you can put in your hash rate, right? If you've got one of these, how it changes if you overclock it some, if you've got 2, or put in your whole farm, whatever. What are your odds? What is the actual likelihood that you're gonna really be that person that mines a Bitcoin block? Obviously, these are just odds. This is luck-based. This is solo lottery mining. But let me remind you that your odds to hit a Bitcoin block over, say, winning like Powerball, and when you buy a ticket, you only get a shot like once a week or whatever. Whereas with a BitAxe, you've got a chance to hit a block every day for essentially ever. It's not just a one-time ticket purchase. If you can buy a full-size Bitcoin miner, from the price to dealing with the electrical consumption and also the noise and heat, sure, go for it. I get it. I'm doing that too. If you want to mine Bitcoin and just throw it on your desk, in your office, wherever, and a full-size Bitcoin miner is not either interesting or viable for you, well, here it is. This is decentralizing Bitcoin mining, and that is incredible. I'm Vosk. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. This is Tails, our CBO, our Chief Bitcoin Officer. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts and any questions you have down in the comments below. If you've been BitAxing for a while, I'd love to hear your input on how your miner's been doing, but even more so, if you've been tinkering with overclocking it and additional cooling and things like that.